Payroll is one of the necessary evils of owning an assisted living facility or any small business. There are a lot of rules and regulations that you need to be aware of when it comes to payroll. Your employees are also going to be very sensitive if they're not getting paid on time or the right amount. And you need to make sure that you have a good system in place for payroll. And one of the best ways to do that is by using a payroll vendor. In today's video, we're going to get into some of the different payroll vendor options that are available to you. Hi everybody, I'm Brandon Gustafson. I own and operate 2 assisted living facilities, and I created this channel to help people just like you learn the ins and outs of investing in assisted living. Welcome to Assisted Living Investing. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. In our last video, we talked about online business tools that are available to you to help you kind of learn the process of what you need to do and be more efficient with your time and use it more wisely so that you can be more efficient and get things done in your business and work on your business, not just in your business. In today's video, I'm going to go over some of the different payroll vendor options that are available to you. And where you can start looking to try to find those, and also who I recommend and who I use. I'll give you that recommendation. So make sure you watch to the end of the video so you can learn who I use as a payroll vendor. So where to start? The first thing that you're going to want to do is start researching your options. Obviously, that's the obvious first step that you want to do is start researching your options. Who do you have? And doing a quick internet search for something like small business payroll software is going to give you a lot of different results and give you several different options. You're going to find blogs or news reports of the best payroll software for small businesses. You're going to find a lot of content out there of people reviewing things, which is, for you as a business owner, is great. They're going to save you a lot of time because they have already compiled these lists that you can kind of start building off of and finding the right person for you. So read a few of these blogs, do your own research, start going on the websites of these different vendors and figure out which one is going to be best for you. Look at their pricing structures, look at the different services they offer, look at their reviews and see who likes them and why they like them and what is going on with them. Another great resource is to ask other small business owners that you are aware of who they use right now or who they have used in the past and why they switched from them. This is probably going to be the best way for you to get information on the different payroll vendors. The stuff online is going to be helpful, but it's not a real person. It's not somebody that you have a relationship with. And so if you're able to have that conversation, you probably know a small business owner somewhere in your network, in your life. Reach out to them. They're going to be able to tell you. Since payroll is such a big part of any small business, you're going to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly about these different payroll vendors. Other small business owners will not be shy when they're kind of talking to you about their payroll vendor. They're going to tell you everything about them. They're going to be honest with you, especially if you already have that relationship. So have that conversation, and through that process, you're probably going to find one that you are comfortable with, I would say. And then the next one is see if one of the other applications that you're using also does payroll. So in a future video, I'll be getting into other vendors for things like invoicing or bookkeeping and accounting software. And some of these vendors also actually have payroll systems attached to them that you can use and kind of have everything in-house. There are definitely some pros to that. You're just using one login, everything kind of is under one umbrella. A con with it is if it's an accounting software, I'm going to talk about QuickBooks in a future video. They're really good at accounting. They're pretty good at payroll. But you can probably find somebody that's going to be a little bit better because their thing is payroll. So that's something you just want to consider as you're looking through things. So right now I'm going to give you some of the options that you have available to you. Some of your options are some of these larger vendors that work a lot with kind of larger types of companies. And they're really good, especially for those companies. For you as a small business owner, they might not be the best, but it's something you also want to just look at and consider. Don't just write them off because they're a big company. They still might be able to help you out. These big companies are great because they have a lot of resource and a lot of experience running payroll. You might not get quite as much focused support as you would with a small business, because you're a smaller company. Like, frankly, that you don't matter as much to them. That sounds horrible, but they're going to give their resources and their better people on some of their larger clients, and you're just going to be a small one. So you're probably not going to get the best customer service. Not to say that they won't give you great customer service, just you're probably going to get better if you go with a different option, something smaller. All that said, here are some of those options. Not talking about any of them. I've not used them, but they have high ratings on different things. So first one would be ADP. Next would be QuickBooks, which I talked about briefly previously, and then Paychex is another one. Those are three pretty big companies that work through payroll systems that you want to be aware of and check out and see if they would fit for you. There are some other smaller vendors though, and these ones, they might not have all the same resources that an ADP has or a QuickBooks have, but they are going to be a little more focused on small businesses, and they have a process in place, and they're pretty streamlined. They're really good at it. They're likely also going to be able to give you better customer support and help you kind of through the process as you're getting things up and running. So you want to be aware of them. Number one is Gusto, then Rippling, OnPay, Deluxe, Paycor, and Patriot Payroll. So you want to kind of look at those and do your own research and figure out which one's gonna work well. You can get on their websites and figure them out to figure out which one's going to work for you. From there, you want to select a vendor. So many vendors will have a free trial for you to go in and try out the application and see if it's going to work for you. So you can go ahead and give them a try. They'll tell you on their website it's a 30-day free trial, it's a 90-day free trial, or whatever. They'll give you the information on there. So look at them, see what free trials there are available to you, and figure out how you want to work through that process. But a lot of these vendors are going to do that for you to make sure that you're comfortable getting into their ecosystem and working on things. And if you don't like an application for whatever reason, don't be scared to switch vendors. It might seem like a daunting task to go through the whole process to get everything switched over and everything like that. But if you are already dreading using a certain application, like every time you go in to run payroll and you're typing in your password and you're like, oh no, I can't believe I have to do this again, you probably need to switch your vendor. You're already stressed to the point that it's not working out well. You probably should go with a different vendor and get one that works for you. A lot of these vendors are going to have a process that's streamlined to help you kind of get in and switch everything over to their system. So there's going to be a customer service rep, or there's going to be something that's going to help you through that process. Don't be scared to get in there and switch vendors up. Now, with each of these payroll vendors, there's going to be kind of a fee structure. And the way that this is going to work is there's going to be a base monthly charge for the plan that you select. And they're based off of kind of tiers and things like for the different services that they offer. So they'll have a base price. Let's say it's $40 a month. And then on top of that, you're going to have a monthly fee for each active employee that you have in the business during that month. And that could be like $4 or $6 a month per employee based off of, again, that tier of service that you are receiving from that vendor. So you'll be able to see that on their website. They're pretty transparent in giving you that information. That's the fee structure. And then there's also going to be potentially additional fees for things like sending out W-2s or things like that you could do on your own, but they'll streamline it for you. The vendor that we use will send out W-2s to all of our employees for the year for $2 per employee. And for me to not have to go through the process of stuffing all those envelopes and buying the stamps and sending it out, $2 for me, I'm going to spend the same amount of money buying all the supplies to send those out. So I'm going to pay that much money to get things sent out to all my employees for the year. It's a great service to have. Now that brings me to who I use. So I use Gusto, and I am going to link them down below. If you use the link below, it's a referral link. You'll get a Visa gift card. I'll also get one as well. But I'm not just saying that. I'm not suggesting you use them for the Visa gift card. They are great. We love them. We use them in both of our facilities. They've been extremely helpful to work through as we're in different states and working through things. They've been a great resource and have great support answering questions that I've had to get us through the process. So I highly recommend using them. We've had no issues getting payroll out to our employees on time. Like everything has worked really well. I highly recommend them. Give them a look. Look at the link down below in the bio, and give them a shot. Give them a look and see. I highly recommend it. I think they're a great service. If you have experience with Gusto, make sure you comment down below as well. And if you like this video and kind of the overview of the different types of payroll vendors that are out there, make sure you smash that like button and let everybody else know that this is a helpful video for you. Next time, actually, I'm going to get into a full tutorial on Gusto on how to set up how to set up an account and how to get registered with them, and get into that process so you can kind of see exactly what their interface looks like and how it works and how you want to get things in there. So make sure you go and watch that video. To learn more about investing in assisted living, make sure you visit me on assistedlivinginvesting.net. I'd love to see you over there. I've got free content, free resources. You can set up a call with me. We can have a conversation. And make sure you follow me on my other social media platforms as well. And just remember, it doesn't take a lot, just a little bit. Keep going, keep making progress step by step by step. If you do it, if you're consistent, if you're diligent, I promise you that you will be successful. You can do this. Thanks for watching and have a great day.